Well, welcome back to Garden Steal Away. It has been over a year since we last posted. I'm Steve.
I'm Marnie.
She got about three and a half hours of sleep last night, so it could be a fun day for you, huh?
Yeah.
I think from the last video, my facial hair has gotten a little more gray. We don't plan to stop doing these videos, so if you have subscribed, thank you very much. Keep watching for more videos. It's just sometimes we might go a few weeks between gardens, and other times we might go a year and a half between gardens. It just depends on how we can get to places. And the reality is that yeah, we're busy, but we're not necessarily doing these videos just to have a YouTube channel, but it's for our own memories and for our memories of our family and stuff too. So we're just enjoying it and letting you come along with us. So we are today at the Boerner Botanical Garden in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We don't know a whole lot about this garden. Didn't study this one before we came here. And so it's going to be a surprise for us as well as for you as we watch through. Or if you're from around the area, it might not be a surprise for you, but a surprise for us.
We are Steve and Marnie. This last summer we were scheduled to take a 10-week sabbatical in the UK and Germany. The challenges of 2020 forced us to find other ways of resting and fighting for joy. Our new endeavor is to find and film the best gardens we can find in the US.
I have never personally liked gardening, and yet I have found some of my favorite moments in life have been sitting quietly in a garden with my wife. It's great for our relationship, and it's good for our sanity.
We would really appreciate you clicking on the YouTube subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell to not miss any upcoming episodes. big do the flowers on this magnolia get?
You know what? I wish I could answer that. I'm kind of new, and I missed when it was flowering. So there's a label here. Maybe you guys can look it up.
Bloomfield is what I see.
So maybe it would make sense.
We'll have to check it out online.
Yeah.
If
Bloom.
that's the seed pod, it's gigantic.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I think, yeah.
Bloomfield Magnolia.
Yeah.
Big leaves on that thing. Well, first correction that we need to make is it sounds like it's pronounced Berner Gardens, and I said Boerner Gardens, but at the desk she referred to it as Berner Gardens. So that's a correction. We're just getting started, seeing a pretty nice rose garden here. Now there is a beautiful peony section. Well, it would be beautiful in the spring, but right now it's, you know, it's past its season. So, but wow, I would imagine that it would be quite beautiful. If we can find a picture online, we'll post it here now as well. But we also saw a couple of trees that we liked. One was a weeping version, and then there was another one that was just your standard tree, but it was multi-trunk. And do you remember what it was called?
Katsura, right?
Katsura?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, very nice leaf.
Mm-hmm.
The leaf is very similar to a cottonwood leaf. Similar, different, but similar. Cottonwood, poplar, which I'm really allergic to. But I like their leaves. But I can't have poplars around so much because they just, burn my eyes and stuff. So.
If we had an acreage, I would definitely look at both of them, the weeping and the regular. They're
There's
beautiful.
There's some really nice viewpoints from this bench that we're sitting on. I'm enjoying just sitting here and looking to my right over this direction. There's a nice view as well. Not a bunch of flowers, but just some evergreens and trees that are nice, some maples.
What's great about a designed garden like this is they really consider the whole landscape, and so you've got hills and trees and shrubs and structure. Sounds like in the 30s the WPA workers helped with the structure process, so the stone house that's used for education and events and stuff, and the pillars and the wall, the low garden wall as we entered, they're all very beautiful and they add a lot to the space.
Do you remember what WPA stands for?
Workers something. I'd have to look it up.
That's what I thought it was too.
Works Progress Administration.
The WPA, Works Progress Administration.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that like I knew that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so the Works Progress Administration in 1935 built the stone garden house.
Yeah. Which is rough cut stone, and yeah, quite a place. Marnie had to point out the chimney cap because I just put a new chimney cap on our chimney at home, which was a chore.
It looks like a real one.
It does look. It looks good. It does. Very fragrant in here. We're in herbs and nice smells. This is one of those times too where you wish you had a little bit of smell-o-vision. Lots of nice smells. I was just thinking a little bit about how different gardens evoke such different feelings and experiences. We are in Milwaukee, just south of here, not very far, maybe a little over an hour, is the Chicago Botanic Garden, which is one of our favorites. This is a lot of little spots of formal gardens so far as what we've seen, and it's very nice. It's pretty relaxing to walk through here, but it's definitely a different, I got a bug on me. It's definitely a different experience than walking through Chicago Botanic Garden.
Or Dallas.
Or Dallas. Well, and yeah, when we were at Dallas and Fort Worth, it was such a difference between the two gardens. Dallas was absolutely gorgeous, but it was full of people, so that can change your experience as well. Where I've seen a few people walking around here, but there's not a lot of people walking around. Where Dallas was extremely full, and then Fort Worth was just relaxing, and I felt like I could really be calm there. So if you're looking for calmness, and I know we've talked about this before, you can go check out our Dallas and Fort Worth videos, and maybe our Chicago Botanic Garden, because Chicago is probably one of our favorites.
We only had a little snippet of that, so you really have to go there to get the full experience.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know, there's a lot of open areas here, and it's almost like vistas because it's hilly. So you see different places. You come around the corner and you think, wow, that's really really beautiful. And I wouldn't necessarily say one is better than the other necessarily. It's just different experiences that you get from the different gardens. So
it's not just visual, but it's sound, it's feeling, it's fragrance, it's restfulness, and or anxiousness of dodging thousands, tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
It really does change.
Or 90,000 pumpkins.
90,000 pumpkins. Yeah, well, the huts were pretty neat.
Yeah, they were. So one thing I would encourage, especially for those of you who maybe are just starting to look at different gardens or check things out, don't think that because you went to a botanic garden that you've gotten the full experience, because you could go at different times of the year, get a different experience at the same garden, or go to different gardens, and it's very different how you experience it.
Every season is completely different, and how each designer puts things together, or how nature blends things together differently, and each zone has different plant selections. So I mean, you could go endless times and have different experiences and notice different things and appreciate different things.
And this one here in Milwaukee does have a lot of benches sitting in the shade, which I really appreciate, because it's nice to just sit for a little bit. I just saw a cardinal fly by, and it was kind of an squirrel moment there for a minute, but like the cardinals. We have some cardinals around our house now, which I'm really, really happy for.
But they also have it's an arboretum here as well, so you have a really good selection, a great selection of trees, kind of by family. So, that's all part of it. All the different layers, the trees, the shrubs, the perennials, the annuals, there's just so much.
I've got my eyes open for an American fringe tree. I don't know if they've got one here, but I came across one at a store this last month, and I was so excited about it and brought it home. And
it was on sale.
My dear wife, who is very wise, looked at it and looked at what size it's going to grow to and said, we don't have room for that here. Which
20 to 24 foot diameter. And we've just been finally clearing some space that I can grow veggies. So yeah, no, that doesn't work.
So you know what the brilliant me did? I gave it to our neighbor.
She planted it in the front yard, so we get to enjoy it.
So we get to see it as we pull out of our driveway. It'll be off to our left side. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully it'll be beautiful and grow well in zone 4.
But it gets fall color, but the fringe tree is named so because of the white flowers that kind of hang down like fringe.
Yeah, it's also called Old Man's Beard. So we'll see how it looks. So Marnie thinks this would be a pretty nice place to have a patio picnic.
Can't you imagine having bistro tables and chairs and having lots of friends over and having a wonderful lunch spread and the sound of water?
Got the nice patio pavers and then a little waterfall over here with just a gorgeous view, or a small vista, I guess you could call it. If you were seated close to the waterfall area and looking out, it's quite something.
Yeah, everywhere you look from here is beautiful. This is probably one of my favorite spots, I guess, because of all the things you can see and how you might want to enjoy it. You know, a garden isn't just collections of things, but you really want to have places to sit and take it in and use the space, you know? I feel like we're finally getting some spots like that in our own yard with the patio and some different things that
we are places where we can just sit and
invite people in and hear the birds. Watch the squirrels. Some people like watching squirrels.
Some people like watching squirrels. I like watching squirrels. I thought I was doing something great under my pine tree, but look at this. This big oak, huge oak tree. Huge hostas. Cooling off in the gift shop here now, and there is a set of pictures of chihuly. We've seen a number of chihuly pieces through the many gardens that we've gone through. These pictures are at the Phoenix Desert Garden. We have not been to Phoenix yet. Desert gardens aren't our first choice for gardening, but someday we do think we want to go there. But yeah, we've seen some of these chihulies just like this before. If you don't know who Dale Chihuly is, should check it out. You might not have an immediate appreciation for his work until you watch how he does what he does and the vast, incredible sculptures that he makes out of glass. And then they're worth millions of dollars and they set them outside. And I think, what if it would hail? This is Margie's garden. Sweet tribute to Margie Kesman, I believe is how you would pronounce it. Passed away in 2019 from cancer. Kind of a children's garden, play area, and just these larger than life pottings of plants. This would be a grander version of what Marnie is wanting to do in our yard. Now our posts are further apart and she is growing greenery up the sides is her plan with it. This is a little reading area. Come over this way and you can see they've got books tucked into this little book nook. So cute. Then over this way, we've got a little bit of a playhouse for the kids. What a nice area for kids to just come and actually get them appreciating the beauty of outdoors and gardens. They might not realize it at this point of their lives necessarily, but as time goes on, they'll get a clue. Hey, what an adorable place for bringing the kids to just walk around and explore the bright colors, the oversized plants, which are just beautiful. It really is sweet. I know one of our favorite children's is still the Franklin Park Conservatory in Columbus, Ohio. That's really nice. But I gotta tell you, after walking around and spending some time here, I have to strongly recommend that you come to Boerner Botanical Gardens just outside of Milwaukee. Just a gorgeous, relaxing place. Like I said earlier, the different gardens bring out different emotions and experiences. And it's quite warm today, but other than that, it's relaxing. It's a lot of places to sit and just enjoy and look. And the people have been fantastic. So thanks to the director for letting us use the drone. That was a real privilege. Some beautiful shots of your garden. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Any last words?
Fight for joy.
Fight for joy. Bless you all. We'll see you next time.
But what's more fun is for the older kids, you can correspond your letter to the type of plant and maybe it'll stick in your head, and then when they go places they're actually going to say, I know what that is, that's a fescue.